All right, hey, we're back, and we're gonna take a break from Horizon Zero Dawn, and we're gonna play some Ys times Nordics. This is a JRPG that I played last night. Basically, we're sailing on an archipelago, and the captain didn't pay for some taxes, and it cost him his life. And so we're on this archipelago, we're on a small island, and we're adventuring around. And so that's pretty much what's going on right now. Yeah. Are you going out today? The weather's just perfect for a stroll. Yeah, I plan on looking around town. Great, Karnak's not that big of a town, but there's plenty to see. It's been a thriving trade hub for a long time now, so we often get peddlers and foreign ships stopping by. Who knows, they might have some interesting stories to share with you. So, you're in your teens too, right? Hehe, well that's happy news. We don't get a lot of travelers my age around here. I hope we can get to know each other during your stay here in Karnak.
Alright, you two. This is where we split up for now.
Indeed. I'll be heading to the local clinic. I may just take a look around town as well, seeing as we're extending our stay.
Let's aim to meet back up around dinner time then. Adel, I'm guessing you're also gonna...
Me.
What was that?
Seek me.
Adel? You good?
I heard a strange voice.
A voice? I didn't hear anything. Sure it wasn't just your imagination?
There's no shortage of noises out here. Perhaps you mistook one for somebody speaking to you.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. It's time to start scoping this place out. You probably plan to wander the streets a bit yourself before checking in with the militia, huh, Adel? Catch you both later then.
Oh, when to dash. Oh, wow.
I've got to say, the quality of these Spanish leather goods is on a whole other level.
One might say the same of Obelian seafood. Rich flavors, firm to the touch. It is simply unparalleled. Rome and Hispani may be at odds right now, but I believe our transaction today has proved mutually beneficial.
To be perfectly honest, our middleman here deserves all the credit for making this deal happen.
That attire is here.
Well spotted. I am indeed a Norman. However, I find that being a tradesman suits me far better than waving an axe about.
That's good to know. They say Normans are first-class mariners. No doubt their expertise slots in perfectly with mercantile work.
I'm flattered to hear you say so.
It's thanks to the Balta Sea Force that we're still able to do business like this during wartime. They're the ones who make sure ships from both sides can travel these waters safely.
Not having those persnickety Roman officials around to stick their oars in has been heaven sent for us as well.
So it looks like a lot of people have different views on the Normans and the Romans. Some prefer them, some prefer the others.
I very much look forward to your continued patronage.
You and me both, pal. And let's not forget to keep our friends from the Sea Force in the loop, too.
On a separate note, Romes, the militia recently informed me that an incident has blocked the highway out of town. Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you have an important negotiation to attend in that direction?
Well, well, word gets around fast. It's nothing I'm not aware of. In fact, I've already asked the militia for an update on the situation. Shouldn't be long before they report back.
Tomorrow's business negotiations are of utmost importance, but I'm not worried in the slightest. Why? Because my son, whom I tenderly raised into my capable successor, will be coming with me.
You there, with the red hair.
Well, here's an unfamiliar face. You must be one of the passengers from the Adamas. Is everything all right? They didn't hurt you, did they?
Sorry for calling to you out of nowhere like that. We each have a child about the same age as you, so our motherly instincts kicked in.
Honestly, who do those Balta hooligans think they are? Wreaking havoc left, right, and center. They impose an exorbitant toll on every vessel crossing Obelia Gulf, and plunder anyone who flouts it.
Some ships, like the Adamas, will try and make their way through without drawing attention. But when they're found out, they wind up like Captain LaSalle.
It's a shame what happened to him.
That's for sure. Once you're dead, that's it. Nothing else to be done.
Ironically enough, the Balta Sea Force would have escorted them personally had he paid the toll. In that sense, they do their part to maintain order throughout the Gulf, which is why the Roman Empire turns a blind eye. When all is said and done, as long as we live here, those brigands' word is law.
There are far fewer instances of pillaging than before now. So we can only assume this is for the best. Still, it would be nice if our mayor could put his foot down every once in a while.
I pity the man. Having to deal with our complaints and the Sea Force's demands has him between a rock and a hard place.
Well, that's what he signed up for when he took on the job. Anyway, you just be sure to stay out of their line of fire.
Damn Normans, always throwing their weight around. Doesn't seem to like the town's on high alert. I should be okay here for a few days. Gonna have to gather some intel without drawing any undue attention though. Calling all youths, a career in the Karnak militia awaits you. Rates start at 600 gold per day, dependent on experience. Not a very generous salary. Now what?
Oh, you got a job for us? Huh? Wait a second. Don't tell me. You're here to sign up for the militia, right? Never seen you around before, but I think we're about the same age. The name's Gren. How about you? Adol, huh? Man, oh man, you've just gotta enlist! We could really use a guy like you. Wait, what's with the long face?
About the pay.
Ugh. Is that a deal breaker? It did used to be slightly better for what it's worth. But the mayor slashed our budget in order to keep the militia from being overfunded. When the Balta Sea Force says jump, he asks, how high? It's pathetic enough to drive you to tears.
I think I'll join up anyway.
You mean it? I knew I liked you for a reason. The only problem is, our commander and the others are out at the moment. They should be here tomorrow, though, so feel free to swing by again around noon. Call it a hunch, but I've got a feeling you and I are gonna be fast friends. Calling all youths! A career in the Karnak militia awaits you!
Seek me. This way. Seek me. Right here. Find me.
It is a mysterious shell adorned with distinctive decorations. It's a white conch adorned with ornate patterns. Nothing else about it seems particularly unusual, however. The wolf from just now lies still defeated. It attacked out of nowhere, so it had to be taken down. But what was it doing wandering in town to begin with? Unbelievable as it is, the wolf's wounds seem to be closing up in no time flat.
Swordsman, can you hear me?
A girl's voice emanates from the shell you picked up earlier.
They stole you mana. Enough power. Defeat.
R1. Oh. Who are you?
I'm sorry. I don't any details. My name, Leela. Who are you?
Adol spoke his name aloud.
Adol. Search island. Come find help.
What island? Where?
In go.
Lila's voice cuts out completely. Adol attempted to call to her through the shell several times after, but received no response. With the sun beginning to set, he decided to return to the inn and confer with Doggy and Dr. Flare.
So the shell spoke to you. How very curious. As for this mana you mentioned, can we assume it's some form of magic?
I don't think that's it exactly.
You sure? Not that we can even tell one way or the other. That wolf you fought that just wouldn't die has me hung up too. I talked up a storm with the guys down at the docks, but none of them mentioned anything close to that.
It may well be that something is actively unfolding as we speak.
The Balta Sea Force, Mana, an undead wolf, and a girl named Leela. Doesn't seem to tie in with that Sea King's throne we heard about earlier either. It's just mystery after mystery around here. You know what that means.
Yep, our newest adventure begins.
Here I always thought adventure was something you had to seek out. But whenever you're around, Adol, it seems to find us instead. Nothing like a little intrigue to spice up a trip. Finding that girl's gonna be a tall order, though. This Gulf's got more islands than you can shake a stick at.
The first step is to gather information. You'll also be in need of a ship.
I'll put my new job down at the harbor to use and poke around for some intel.
As for myself, the Azrat Clinic has hired me on as a temporary physician. I'll see if I can't find someone in town who's willing to lend us a hand.
Sounds like a plan. Let's kick things off first thing tomorrow morning, Adol.
Oh wow, they have 2 moons. Karnak, Day 2. After breakfast, Doggy and Dr. Flare headed out for their respective workplaces. In the meanwhile, Adol decided to wander the village some more until it was time to meet up with the local militia. I'm gonna use the restroom. Adel. Going out for a bit? I'm glad I caught you. Our front desk received a letter with your name on it. When did it arrive? It wasn't here last night, so it must have been delivered this morning. Kind of odd timing, don't you think? The sealed letter is addressed to Adel Christian. Adel tore the seal open. I'll be waiting at the town beach. That's all they wrote? There's no sender listed either. You don't suppose it's just a prank? Whatever it is, it's suspicious. I think I'll go check it out. Well, just don't bite off more than you can chew. Oh, right. If you'll excuse me, I have an errand that needs doing. Our tables could use fresh decoration, so I'm off to pick some flowers outside of town. Outside town? Is that safe? Yes, it's right off a well-traveled road, so I'll be okay. You take care too, Adel. There's still a short while before it's time to meet with the commander of the local militia. Now might be a good chance to head for the beach like the letter instructed. Are you my mysterious pen pal?
Didn't think you'd show up alone. There's something I need to double check. You're probably full of questions, but I'm in no mood to explain. Just think of this as us picking up where we left off yesterday.
Is that mana?
So you do know of it.
Enemies will perform a power attack after emitting a red warning aura. Note that power attacks cannot be defended against through regular guarding or evasion.
I won't hold back this time. Power of mana. How'd you get your hands on it? You didn't use it back on the Adamas. I could say that much.
Adel laid everything that had happened out for the raid captainess as plainly as he could.
Leela? Never heard of her. Mana, on the other hand, is my people's concept of a formless power. Imbued in a sword, it brings forth victory. Imbued in a vessel, it grants safe passage. Only those chosen by the All-Father Har are able to wield it. Out of the Sea Force, that list starts and ends with me and my old man.
Sounds like it's pretty unique.
It is. So explain to me why a louse like you... Blood and thunder. Grieger.
What's Grieger?
You fought one just yesterday, didn't you? Put a Grieger down with just any old weapon, and it'll rise back up again and again, wounds fully healed. Mana is the only thing that can slay him for good. Well, aren't we popular?
At that moment, Adel and the girl felt strangers. It was as though they knew each other Oh wait, their intentions flowed effortlessly between them, conveying their every move. It's too fast!
What was that just now?
Enter duo mode from joint attacks.
Form up!
What in hell did you just do to us?
I didn't do anything.
At least now I have a good grasp on what I was sent to investigate. We're finished here. So long.
Will I see you again?
Huh? And why should that matter? I'm a Norman. A pirate. One false move, and you might be my next kill. Can't handle that? Then pack your bags and see yourself out of Obelia Gulf.
She's nice.
Son of a...
Uh-oh.
Handcuffs? Made of mana? You! What did you pull this time?
Oh, that wasn't me either.
Guess not. This mana doesn't seem to be coming from either of us. It's stuck tight! Hey, quit gawking and help! This spells trouble for us in more ways than you can count. Either we get these off, or I'm sending you back with one less hand. Got that?
Ado and the girl then attempted to use their mana abilities to free themselves. Ultimately, however, the mysterious shackles refused to come off, leaving them at a loss on what to do next.
No luck. Might well be a curse of some kind. Hate to say it, but my old man's probably the only person we can turn to at this point.
Where's your dad right now?
Couldn't even begin to guess. What a mess. They call you Adol, right? We'll have to stick together for a while. Unless you fancy me lopping you off at the wrist.
I'd be happy to come with.
Nothing phases you, does it? My name's Karja. Karja Balta. Daughter of Grimson Balta, Jarl of the Balta Sea Force.
That's a lot to take in.
I thought you'd already realized. Well, no time to waste. I'm off to report in at the Balta Sea Force's command post. It's over by the harbor, so don't fall behind.
Karja had joined the party.
Hey, don't stray too far. You've taken enough tumbles for my liking. Wonder if Gunnar knows anything about this. What?
Merciful heavens! Look, it's the pirate princess. Please forgive us. I don't know where her manners are. Is Pirate Princess your nickname? Seems like it. What happened on Adamas was nothing compared to what Karnak saw about a year ago. At that time, we wound up executing several rival pirates right in front of the townsfolk. They've acted like this toward me ever since. But enough of that, let's hurry over to the command post. My chaperone will get on my case if we're late, and I'd rather not deal with this any longer than I have to. forgot my water. I have to go get my water.
Hey, Princess. Back already?
Who's your plus one?
Is Gunnar in? I have a report to make.
Yeah, I'll go get him for you.
Not every day you see the princess bring in someone from the straight and narrow. You her little boy toy now, or what?
Whoa. Uncalled for. Not a chance.
Should've figured. She'd never go for a shrimp like that. Wait a sec. Wasn't that swordsman she threw down with on the Adamas also?
Hey, what are you whispering to him about?
Just making small talk.
I swear.
What seems to be the trouble, Princess?
Gunnar, how many times do I have to tell you to quit calling me that?
Oh? Who might this boy be?
He's the swordsman Grimson told me to look into.
A request from the Jarl. Ah, now I remember. He was a passenger on the Adamas.
Karja relayed everything that occurred on the beach to Gunnar.
I see. So we have here not only a mana wielder, but a pair of mystical shackles. What's more, the latter has rendered you unable to separate from the former.
That better not be a smirk I see.
Not at all. This isn't humorous in the least. It is, however, exceptionally unusual. Only the Jarl can make the final call here. Unfortunately, he is currently out at sea on an expedition. We do not expect him back until tomorrow.
Tomorrow? And just what am I supposed to do until then?
With all due respect, Princess, I must ask that you spend the remainder of your day here in Karnak.
What? But why?
It wouldn't do to have a non-shield brother accompanying us, for one thing. This may even be to your benefit from a certain perspective. What better chance to familiarize yourself with how those under our rule live and think? I believe you're at an age now where such matters ought to be considered.
Fair.
Not to mention, it is possible for this turn of events to be grossly misconstrued.
In what way?
There are those who would be only too pleased to regard this as a scandalous affair on your part. We have no need to voluntarily provide them with issues to raise at the Thingstead.
All right already. I get the message.
Adel, was it? My apologies for giving you a fright on the Adamas. I am Gunnar, War Chief of the Baltus Seafort.
It's nice to properly meet you.
I'm recalling you correctly then. Your battles aboard the Adamas were very impressive. No doubt you have many thoughts on this subject, but collaboration is a must if you want any hope of resolving this. We Normans have our ways, some of which may run counter to your own. Nevertheless, I would ask that you work in concert with her and us until we manage to set you two free.
Who am I to argue with the
I
work
appreciate
chief?
the understanding. I will notify you as soon as the Jarl returns, Princess. Until then, travel with Adol and mind what he says.
Don't you have that backwards, Gunnar? Why are you so trusting of him anyway?
That you feel the need to ask is all the more reason to make use of this opportunity. The boy is, if nothing else, accustomed to travel. I expect he will be very accommodating. I had best return to my duties. Take care. I leave the rest to you, Adol.
From how Gunnar and the princess were acting, there must be something going on between you and them, huh? Not sure what the deal is, but it's not every day Gunnar shows a guy like you that sort of respect. Especially when you're not even a Norman. You're one red-headed mystery, you know that? Phew! One job finally wraps up and already we're getting shipped off to the next. Why is Gunnar always gotta be such a hard ass anyhow? You should try following his example for once, try following his example for once, Toki. Yeah, I know. I can't wait to get back to Balta Island and have a stiff drink. Spend the rest of my day in Karnak, eh? I'll admit, it's true I've never had a chance to before. You actually plan to obey his orders, then? Why wouldn't I? What Gunnar says goes. The pirate princess. Forget it. The two of us are moving as one for now. Anything on your agenda? I promised to meet with the local militia. The local militia? What do you plan on letting them a hand? Shouldn't I mind tagging along? Well, Gunnar made it perfectly clear that I have to. My personal preferences don't much make a difference. Not only does the pirate princess stick out like a sore thumb, the sight of her frightens the townsfolk out of their wits. Maybe taking Karja straight to the militia headquarters isn't the best idea. What, you got a problem? Spit it out. Let's get you some new clothes. Huh? What are you, daft in the head? So what if I fought a few wolves? I barely came out any dirtier for it. Besides, where would you even find a new outfit for me to change into? True enough, it's hard to think of someone who'd be willing to help out a Norman. At all. Have you already stopped by the militia? I'm just on my way back from a house call myself. Say, aren't you that girl from the Adamas? It would seem the two of you are in a pinch. May I ask what the issue is? Adol told Dr. Flair about everything that had happened. Haha, it certainly didn't take long for you two to get into the thick of things. That said, I do have someone in mind who might be of assistance. Would you mind introducing us? Not at all. In fact, you can come meet her this very minute, if you'd like. Let us be off at once then, shall we? She's right over at the Arstrad Clinic.
So, this is the Azrad Clinic. Some of our crew's been treated here. They do a good job, as far as I can tell.
Who is it? I'll be there in just a moment. Oh, Dr. Flair. Welcome back.
sorry again for putting you up to that house call. It should have been my father checking in with Mr. Evelees.
Now, don't give it another thought. Actually, I stopped by to ask a rather, shall we say, convoluted favor of you, Mirabelle.
Why, of course. What is it? Would it happen to have anything to do with the local celebrity standing behind you?
Yes, she is the crux of the matter, in fact.
Ada and Dr. Flair gave Mirabelle a bare-bones rundown on the situation. Then they requested her help with procuring Karja some less conspicuous attire to wear around town.
Well, I can certainly see why that'd be a problem. It just so happens that we've been collecting used clothing as part of our volunteer efforts. There might be something in there that'll fit you, Princess. Is something the matter?
No, it's just... you don't seem to be all that afraid of me.
Our clinic has a policy of helping all those who are sick, injured, or otherwise in need. That goes for everyone, be they a Roman, a Spaniard, or Norman. And besides, in your case, I would be more than happy to help. Give me just a moment, please. There we are. Alrighty, step right in.
I still don't see the problem with what I'm in now.
This goes on the outside. You just put it on, like so.
Hold it! I am a Norman warrior. How am I meant to keep an even keel in that flimsy getup?
There's no need for that. Mirabelle can handle this just fine. Let's wait and see how things turn out.
You may be right that these clothes aren't as sturdy in comparison. But, odd as it sounds, the right apparel at the right time and place can hold more power than you realize. Much like your mana, in fact.
Huh?
Clothing that suits the occasion can do wonders for your courage and confidence. For example, donning this nurse uniform fills me with pride and peace of mind. The outfit you're currently in has a similar effect on you, doesn't it, Princess? You've been told to spend the entirety of today here in Karnak. I'm positive the memories these garments hold will give you the strength to do just that. What one wears during life's biggest moments can serve as a memory in and of itself.
So that's how you people see it. Fine then. One change of clothes won't kill me. Your words won me over. Even if that bit about memories went over my head.
I knew you'd come around.
See? What did I say?
She's a force to be reckoned with.
Indeed. Mirabelle is quite impressive for someone her age. I heard she even has a knack for getting all the children to drink their medicine, no matter how bitter.
Dun da da da! The time has come for the grand reveal! From fearsome pirate princess to cute as a button, I present to you, Karja!
You call this cute? Drafty, more like.
It looks good on you.
Huh. You really think so? Actually, now that I'm wearing it, this is a lot more mobility than I thought it would.
Consider me astounded. You're a miracle worker, Mirabelle.
Not even I thought it would go this well.
On that note, it's nearly time for you two to meet with the militia, isn't it? You should probably be on your way, Adel.
The sea breeze feels better than ever. Wonder if that's thanks to this getup. Still needs some breaking in. It's not half bad. Don't think that means I'm giddy about it, though. If I catch you leering, you're dead. Why's the militia...
And you're absolutely sure they were dead?
No doubt about it, sir. We dealt the fatal blows ourselves. It all happened so quickly. We looked away for only a second when...
Adel! You showed up just like you said you would. Wait, who's the girl?
My partner in arms, you could say.
Oh yeah? Does that mean she's gonna be joining the militia too?
Huh? Why would I have...
So, no, huh? Anyway, thanks for making the trip over and all, but we're actually pretty swamped at the moment.
Did something happen?
Yeah, it's almost too weird to be true. Some pedestrians were attacked by a pack of wolves on the highway outside town this morning. Our guys from the militia made sure to stamp them out for good. But the minute they took their eyes off the bodies, the whole bunch of them disappeared.
Maybe a bear came by and snatched up its next few meals?
Whisking that many dead wolves away in the few moments no one was looking? Sounds kind of far-fetched. The most likely answer is that they were never actually finished off. But, I don't know.
Isn't that man...
So it's possible these wolves escaped with their injuries and are still lurking along the road. Yet despite that, the blockade was lifted, allowing several civilians to exit onto the highway. Do I have that correct, Commander Gulliver?
That's about the long and short of it, yeah. But no matter how you spin it, there's just too much about this case that doesn't add up.
That's unusually glib coming from you. I understand the desire to stick up for your men, but remember whose shoulders the blame falls on should the worst occur. Now get moving! There are travelers on that highway who need protecting, our citizens included.
Hey! I've just about had it with your selective hearing! Commander Gulliver and the rest of the militia made every effort to kill those wolves and keep the roads blocked. But there's only so much we can do when we're constantly understaffed. The whole squad's exhausted. Each of us barely gets any time off. And it's all because you caved into the Normans and slashed our budget!
That's enough, Gren.
But, Commander!
The mayor's right. Keeping the people safe is what matters most right now. We're in a race against time. I'm going to need every able-bodied member on deck.
Yes, sir!
My men and I will move out straight away, Mayor Clement. We'll report back as soon as we can.
See that you do.
All right! Let's get this show on the road!
Sorry, Adel. Duty's calling. If you're still interested in signing up, drop by again after things cool down a bit.
Take care out there.
Will do. Catch you later.
Alright, if you'll excuse me, I have an errand that needs doing. Our tables could use fresh decorations, so I'm off to pick some flowers outside of town. We should follow them.
Huh? I'll admit this incident has me curious, but don't tell me you're bent on helping. Have it your way. So the militia headed for the Hagen Highway, huh? We can get there by circling back past the clinic. You want to follow him? Then hurry it up.
Upon approaching the stone still, warm mana settles over Adel. This is a huge stone. Mana wielders can use them to recover their strength. We should return here if we're in a pinch. Restores HP.
It should be a good spot to rest.
Eat this!
I did it! How's that?
I don't believe it. Every time we knock one down, it just gets back up again.
Commander, what the hell are we dealing with here?
Couldn't tell you. But I've got a pretty good idea of why all that carrion went missing now.
Damn it all!
Adol?
No! You need to fall back! Now! These things can't be...
No way!
What in the world is going on here? Mana, you say? I did hear that a handful of Normans had mysterious powers at their disposal.
And you're saying that seashell there gave you the ability to use them?
That's ridiculous. You can't expect us to actually believe this.
And knee slide! God Almighty, Leela Almighty, Adol Almighty! I beseech thee, grant me thy strength! Oh, crap. No dice, huh?
Not a speck of shame in this one.
Well, Commander, now that we know the whole story, let's ask Adol and his lady friend to save the townsfolk in our place.
What?
Come off it, Gren. These two aren't part of the militia. Heck, they're practically still kids.
The mayor chewed us out enough when you first joined up. Imagine how he'd react to this.
Well, I'm not hearing any other bright ideas. You already know we can't take down those wolves ourselves. And there's more where they came from. What about all the people still out on the highway?
What?
Besides, Commander, Adol here's the guy I told you about yesterday. The one who wanted to sign up with us.
Is that right?
We'll take care of this.
It's Adol and Karja, right? Hate to put you out, but we're gonna need you to rescue the townsfolk in our place.
Far above. If you're that set on this, then let's make it quick.
Oh, right. Take this with you. Let me know if you run out, and I'll top you off. Try not to get too in over your heads. We'll come back you up once we're finished tending to the wounded. Best of luck to you.
Found some already.
What's the big idea? Blocking the road. Don't you have any idea how vital today's negotiations are?
You do realize that they don't understand human speech, right, Dad? Anyway, I'm more worried about whether the others managed to get away safely. I can't put my finger on it, but something about these wolves gives me a bad feeling.
Hard to imagine feeling good about a wild animal attack, son! Anyone, man or beast, who gets in the way of our business is evil incarnate from head to toe! Once the militia gets here, I'll have these mutts turned into fur coats and sold for a profit!
Who are you two?
Oh, folks from the militia. A bit on the young side, but I won't complain. Whoa!
Incredible. Looks like I was right to think those wolves were out of the ordinary.
So much for those fur coats.
Priorities, Dad?
Shoot, good call. How would you two like a job escorting us to our destination? I'm Romes of Carpent Trading, by the way.
Romes Carpent. You're that big money merchant from Karnak.
Well, what do you say? I can pay double the militia's rates if you get me to my business meeting on time.
We still have other people to save.
For crying out loud! Cruz, you're about their age, give or take. Talk some sense into them.
No can do, Dad.
Why not?
Because those wolves just now weren't the last of them. What about everybody who ran off ahead of us? Are you really so short-sighted that you'll throw away every scrap of trust the town has in you just to close a deal? Credibility is the most important commodity a merchant can have. It was you who taught me that.
Ugh, way to go, me. I always did have a way with words. Oh.
Well, that settles that. You're free to go help the others. We'll make the sensible choice and return to Karnak.
The road back should be safe now.
Much appreciated. You two be careful, okay?
Okay. You two should be careful.
This could be trouble. If the rumors are true, these things are immortal.
Then what are we supposed to do?
Well, the only option is to use one of us as bait. Just kidding.
Oh.
Don't worry, I'm not that cold-blooded. Run as soon as I give you the signal.
Wait! I never agreed to anything!
Huh?
Who are you guys?
Let us take care of this.
We're saved?
Wow! Way to go, you two. The name's Rafe. This little fella is Ashley. I've heard those things were unkillable. Was it that weird power of yours that did them in?
It's called mana.
That's what I thought. Except you don't look anything like a Norman. Can't say the same for her, though.
Now's not the time to start picking nits. So, what are you doing out here anyway?
I just came out to pick some wild plants and stuff.
The kid lives on his own. Apparently, he does this every so often to earn some extra money for food. He's not short on guts, at least. I'm sure Rozo or the priest would have been happy to help if he'd asked them straight up.
Oh, stuff it. I can't stand anybody from town. And that includes you, Rafe. You're the one who went on about there being a lot of beasts around these days, before inviting yourself along.
And thanks to that, you didn't walk straight into their stomachs. Would it kill you to be a little less prickly with me? I mean, you get along just fine with that little girl over at the lighthouse.
Not really. Sometimes she gives me gifts and I return the favor. That's all. I do wonder if Sasha's alright, though.
You should both hurry back to town.
Good call. Better than waiting for more wolves to gather. Come on, Ashley. Let's get to stepping.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Stronger the better.
Another one. Down that way.
You impertinent brutes! Don't you come any closer! Do you even realize who you're dealing with? This can't be the end. Is there no one, anyone who will save me?
Quit screaming and hollering before you rile them up even more.
My pleas are answered. How sluggish can you be? You should have sprung to my aid the moment you spotted me.
Excuse me? You got some nerve taking an attitude with the people who bailed you out. You're real gussied up. Doesn't seem like you're from around these parts, though.
That's... What concern is that of yours, pray tell?
Take a moment to cool off, man.
You're right. Being ambushed by those creatures has me all of a dither. Oh, goodness. I truly am a pampered, spoiled thing, aren't I?
What in hell is she mumbling about?
My name is Millette. I am a traveler passing through. Ahem. Forgive my lapse in manners. As it happens, I have a request to make of ones so capable as yourselves. You see, I am rather eager to continue down this highway to the next town over. But those peculiar wolves litter the path ahead. Might I request that you dispatch them and ensure my safe passage?
Hang on. You're not about to tell us there's even more people farther up the road, are you?
Not at all. There were no signs of anyone save for myself.
Would you mind returning to
You're
town?
better off calling it quits for now, given the situation. Take the path we came here on. The local militia will be there to protect you.
It would seem there's no insisting otherwise. Very well. I shall do as you suggest.
That scream just now, I think it came from over there.
Did
If
the
so,
wolves get inside?
it'd be a first. That's Sparrow's lighthouse. Any vessel traversing these waters depends on it. I think the man who tends the place is living there with his kid.
You can travel instantly to travel points discovered at Hewstones and other locations via the map menu.
Get away from there at once! Blast! There's no time to lose. Those girls are in danger!
Who are you two?
Stay back. This won't take us long.
Go time, Karja! Thank you for coming to my rescue. Aren't you that same lad from Rooseveri's place? Oh, never mind that. I could really use your help right now.
Did something happen?
I should say so. The lighthouse has been overrun by beasts. Not only is my daughter still inside, but Rosalind too. She had merely come by to pick some flowers.
Rosalind? That the girl whose family runs the inn?
Please, save them! I beg of you!
We'll make our way in, but whether they die or survive is up to them. Living is a choice.
Wow.
One those two have to make on their own.
How very Norman of you.
How? All I did was state the obvious. Enough talk. We probably want to hurry.
This must be their living quarters. Doesn't seem like anyone's upstairs. And Richard, they fled through that door. No time to lose. Right. Journal system. I'm trying to see like if what my experience points grants me. If I get like points to spend in a skill tree or something. We gotta get a move on. I know, it's just I feel like you and I could be fighting a lot better together. Look, this won't take long, so hear me out a bit. Switch between controlling make sure that there's an SP gauge. By swapping control characters at the right time, you can perform skill succession.
Switch! What's this?
Gold.
Strong to survive.
Switch!
Switch!
The antique obtained earlier, the Normir spindle, begins to glow. You can now use mana action, mana string. L2 reticle is displayed to activate mana string, releasing a thread of mana that lets you swing far away footholds. Use mana string on enemies allow you to close the distance in a flash.
Woohoo! Now this I like. Let's keep up the pace. Its defenses look pretty sturdy. Let me take a crack at it first. Here I go. Get There they are. Can we even make it in time? Want to take a break here?
Everything's
No,
going to be
we have
fine,
to save
Sash.
them.
Someone will be here to rescue us any moment now. Take this!
No.
Don't come any closer, you bully! Leave Rosalind alone! And pick on someone your own size! Sash! Paddle?
Get yourself to safety.
Right. Who are you?
Name's Karja. You did good, kid. Now stay back and watch us finish the job.
Okay.
Is this a boss fight? A vision of a new skill that draws on the duo's combined powers wells up through the shackles. Learn the duo skill Double Smash. Did you feel that? Open the skill menu. Double Smash. I think we can work with this. Let's give it a shot, Adol.
Let's get him!
this was anything but normal.
Hey!
Daddy!
Sash! Thank the stars! You're not hurt, are you?
Oh, Daddy! I was so scared! Oh, Sash.
We saw how you tackled that thing, Adel. You two were awesome with a capital A. Right, Commander? I told you he knows his stuff.
That he does. Even without that strange power, his swordsmanship goes beyond his years. He and the young lady here were so in sync, I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me.
It's because of you both that Rosalind and my little girl came out unharmed. I can't possibly thank you enough.
The other travelers who were along the highway are fine as well, save for a few minor injuries. Adel, Karja, you've got our gratitude.
Gren.
Rosa, I didn't even realize you left town. It's a good thing you're okay, though. I don't think your folks could take it if something happened to you, too. Oh, right. Me and Rosa here have been friends since we were little. So I owe you for saving her, too. Thanks a million.
Adel, just what were those creatures?
That's something we're still trying to get a handle on ourselves. But let's hold off on it until we get back to Karnak. Might be a good idea to fill the mayor in on the situation and hash things out ASAP.
Hurt, does it? Looks like a minor sprain. You'll want to keep it in place and avoid rigorous activity for about 3 days or so. I understand. Thank you, Dr. Asrad. Man, we sure are lucky to have Dr. Flare here to lighten the load. I know it's your hobby, Doc, but would it kill you to tell Mira where you're headed next time you go fishing? I'll consider it. What about the adults? How are they doing? Undead beasts! Just how gullible do you think I am? Say what you will, but multiple people on the highway witnessed the very same thing. If that's not enough to convince you, just ask our heroes here of the hour. Humph. As a matter of fact, we've been getting a slew of peculiar beast reports these past several days. Group this incident up with them and a lot of pieces start fitting together. The highway is safe again for the moment, courtesy of Adel and Karja here. But even if this case is under control, that doesn't mean we're in the clear. We plan to rise at the crack of dawn tomorrow and look into where those creatures are coming from. Very well, you do that. Adel and Karja, was it? As mayor of Karnak, allowed me to express my gratitude. You've done us a great service. Still, is there no one else aside from them who can deal with those fiends? Those two are travelers, practically children at that. I'll tell you this much, my men and I don't stand a chance. But the Baltus Seaforce Jarl might be a different story. Word is he has some kind of mystic power on hand. Grimson, eh? It may place us even further in his debt, but we'd be better to meet with the man and inform him of this. Tch. Forgive the intrusion, Dr. Ashrad. I'll be seeing myself out. There are quite a few wounded to tend to, so I would appreciate it if you could remain in the clinic for the time being. Right, sure thing. Some mayor reminded me to ask him how those Balta boots taste. Now, Gren, don't start bad-mouthing him again. I'm sure the mayor is struggling with more than we could ever hope to understand. In a picker's eye, maybe. In any case, it's getting late. This likely won't be the last time we ask you for help, Adel. Expect to hear from us again tomorrow. Roger that, sir. Hold it. Tomorrow's no good. What do you already have plans? We're the ones asking for the favor here, so it goes without saying that we'll work around your schedule. But if an emergency does come up, there isn't really anyone else we can turn to. Gren, you take Rosalind and escort her home. I already let Renee and Corin know what happened, but you know how they like to worry. You got it, Commander. With that, we'll just be taking our leave, if you'll excuse us, Maribel. By all means, have a restful evening. This day can't end soon enough. Guess we'd better be on our way too. Right. Adol, Karja, thank you for everything today. I hope you'll let me return the favor sometime. Alright, ready to head back to the inn? Sure, you don't need to go home. Is that a joke, or did you actually forget we're shackled together? Hello over there. You're those folks from the lighthouse. It would seem I neglected to introduce myself earlier. I am Lux, the lighthouse keeper. Your timely aid today was truly appreciated. I shudder to think what would have become of us without it. Yeah, thanks, Karja. You chopped that monster up good. It was so cool. Feeling a lot less scared now, huh? Yeah. You know that rock you threw gave us just the opening we needed? Huh? You survived because you made the choice to live. So really, you saved yourself. I just helped out a little, that's all. Oh, okay. See that red-haired boy and the blonde girl over there? I hear they rescued Mr. Carpent and his son. Your daring deeds have the town's rumor mills running at full speed. Were it not for you, the casualties would have surely been greater than they were. For that, you have our gratitude once more. Are you heading back to the lighthouse? Not yet. Frankly, I'm hesitant to return so soon after all that's transpired. We'll be staying at the Hieroglyph Church until the militia completes their investigation. Ha! I suppose we ought to get going before Saki here falls asleep on her feet. Till next we meet. Guess that means the lighthouse is staying dark for the night. Anyway, I'd say we earned ourselves a good meal. Let's head back to the inn.
What a long day. Can't wait to chow down back at the inn. Wait, do they even have any empty rooms? Then again, these cuffs will probably... We can worry about that later. Let's focus on getting some grub for now.
Over here, Adol. The guy at the dock said you've been doing a whole lot of moving and shaking. Kinda wish you brought me along to lend a fist or two, but hey, no hard feelings. Now get over here and tell me all about it. That explains things. I was wondering why you've been buddying up this whole time. But damn, sounds like a hell of a lot to go through in just one day. I'm starting to realize that adventure loves you just as much as you love it. Adventure? That his excuse for dragging me into this? Let's just say it's more destiny doing this. Those undead beasts are some real food for thought though. And the fact that only you two can take them down for good just makes things trickier. What the heck are they anyhow? Not a clue. My people call him Gregor. Gregor? Wait, back up a second. You saying the Normans knew about those things the whole time? Only in that every so often we'd come across a peculiar beast that refused to die. Never heard anything about him turning up in packs though. Well, you're gonna be meeting up with Belcha's head honcho tomorrow, right? Hopefully he can tell you more about them, not to mention those invisible cuffs you got on. I wouldn't be so sure, knowing the way he is. Excuse me. I hate to interrupt your conversation, but Ado and Karja have a visitor waiting outside for them. A visitor?
Heyo! Short time no see!
Almost too short.
Aren't we off the hook till tomorrow?
Oh, this hasn't got anything to do with the militia. I know it's a little last minute, but after talking stuff out, we decided to throw you to a welcome party, starting now.
A welcome party? For us?
Don't mind him, Karja. Really, it's more that we want to repay you for everything you did earlier. All of us are around the same age, so we hope to sit you down for a chat and see where it goes.
I'll just come out and say it. Long story short, we want to be friends with you guys.
Friends?
Well, in that case, sure.
Hey, you forgetting to ask someone?
I promise you won't regret it.
That settles that. We'll lead the way.
Ado and Karja popped into the tavern for a moment to let Doggy know they would be out a while. Soon after, they reconvened with Gran and Rosalind, who led them into the night and toward the harbor. After passing through the streets still lined with bustling stalls despite the late hour, the four arrived at a less frequented corner of town.
Didn't this area used to be a shipyard?
Huh. I'm surprised you know about that.
The Sandras.
Looks kind of deserted around here.
'Cause it is. This whole place is completely closed off right now.
Right this way, you two.
What's all this?
I'm glad you asked. Welcome to the secret headquarters of the Karnak Free Youth Brigade.
Ugh. Are you really still set on that whole youth brigade thing?
You never change, Gren. By which I mean never learn. Or grow up. Typical Gren the goofball.
Oh yeah? You want to say that again to my fist?
Now, break it up, boys. Is this any way to act in front of our guests?
Wait, you're... Actually, now that I get a good look, this room's full of familiar faces.
What brought you guys together? Have you guys been friends for long?
I'll say. All of us were born and raised here in Karnak, so we grew up alongside each other. This place has been our usual gathering spot ever since we were little.
I'm a bit older than the others, though, so it's been some time since my last visit.
So yeah, we still get together here every now and then.
The two of you wound up our main topic of discussion today after everything that's happened.
No sooner did we consider inviting you over than Gren the goofball here bolted out the door. Sorry for letting him off his leash. I'll bet he's pestered you half to death by now.
Keep calling me a goofball, and I might actually go brain dead. Then what'll you do?
No worries there. Your brain's been fried since the minute you came out the womb.
We really are sorry about the trouble. Still,
There are a lot of things I'd like to ask you two about. We may be in the same age group, but there's a certain aura of mystique around you.
I couldn't agree more. Would you mind going into detail about that power you used to save us?
I get the sense everyone here is trying to make you feel welcome in their own little way. You're not obliged to humor us, of course. Though I suppose you wouldn't have come along at all if you were against it.
Sure, we might as well.
Don't forget, the less these people know about my background, the better. I'll let you take the reins here, so try not to slip up.
Well, no need to be shy. Have a seat over here and make yourselves comfortable.
You travel around in search of adventure? Get out of here! That's flippin' awesome!
Now I can see why you were so excited about the story of the Sea King's throne back at the inn.
And everything you know about sword fighting is self-taught? Man, the life you must have led.
And at only 17, too. That makes you the same age as Rafe.
Cruz and I are 16, just 1 year younger.
And Gren here finally got his dream job with the militia after turning 18, right?
Technically, he's still in training on account of all the trouble he stirs up.
That sounds about right. Wouldn't be Gren otherwise.
Ah, cram it. I forget, though. How old are you, Mira?
I'm sorry. What was that?
Might want to walk it back, or your next trip to the clinic might land you in the morgue.
Point taken.
That reminds me, Rafe. How's working away from home been? You got a live-in position at the mines in the countryside, right?
Yeah, I've gotten used to it, more or less. Plus, the pay's decent enough. Anything to help my mom out, you know?
Rafe.
Bet you don't get much free time either, Cruz, now that you're helping the family business. Guessing you gave up your goal of being a shipwright?
I may as well have. That's just the way it goes. It was only ever a childhood fantasy anyway. How are things in the militia, Gren? Commander Gulliver seems pretty put together, at least.
It's fulfilling work, sure, but the commander's got less of a backbone than you would think. And by now, our rock-bottom pay is a joke everybody's in on.
We can't do much about that except complain to your old man.
All that extra money from downsizing the militia staff and budget goes towards the Balta Sea Force's protection fee. It was the mayor who made the choice to take that huge chunk out of your funding.
Hey, Gren, was it? Am I connecting the dots right about your dad here?
Whoops. Did I forget to mention? Sucks to say, but yeah. The guy you talked to at the clinic, Mayor Clement, I'm his son. It's ironic. I joined the militia as a way to stand on my own 2 feet, and my dad still finds a way to give me grief.
Grief is kind of a strong word there, bud.
Sorry. I should know better than that.
All right, you three. You're starting to talk like our regulars over at the tavern.
Ooh, that bad, huh?
We did sound about 3 times older just now.
So, how'd you find yourself in these parts, Adol?
I walked down from up north.
Up north?
Whoa now. You're not about to tell us you're actually a Norman, are you?
He wouldn't have come on foot if that were the case.
I was told you met Dogi and Dr. Flair during your travels.
Yeah? So how does Karja fit into the picture?
Me? Well, I am a Norman. Hell.
Well, I think the Norman people come in all different strokes these days.
That's true. Just look at how amicable Einar is. Besides, Karja had a hand in saving us, so...
Hold that thought. What's got you worked up all of a sudden?
I hear shouting. And that's not all.
Who could that be?
Gren! Gren! Are you in there?
Hops? Is that you?
Keep the door shut and listen to me. Under no circumstances are any of you to leave that room.
What? What? Crap. It won't open!
This is scary.
Pops?
What's going on out there?
Sounds like screaming. And cannon fire.
It's... gone quiet.
Shit! Hey! Answer me, damn you!
Waiting around in here won't do us any good. We gotta see what happened for ourselves.
Damn it, Pops, are you crazy? Say something, will ya? Ah, it's stuck tight. Give me a hand, you guys. Addo and Carja helped Gren force the door open.
It can't be. But what?
Shit!
Gren, wait!
Ah, dumbass.
We need to hurry after him. The rest of you should hide.
Got it. Just make sure you bring our moron back in one piece, all right?
Helpless to the end, that one. There's no telling who we're up against, Addo. But chances are this is a raid. Let's go check on the command post.
Approaching the incapacitated ally and holding square will grant them half your HP, reviving them.
Rieger? No. Now of all times? Out of my way! Switch! Fire's gotten this far? Can't get through this way. Let's find another path.
Whoa, this is so intense.
Here too? Gunnar should have left by now. There's not a single lookout to be seen.
Maybe they relocated.
No Norman worth their brawn would abandon their post during an attack. There are Grieger all over too. This is starting to feel less and less like your typical raid. Doesn't seem like Ren's in the area either. Let's take our search elsewhere. Ren! Where are you? Answer me! Skater! What happened to everyone?
Crap! Not these things again! Sorry.
Oh? What have we here?
Huh?
A woman?
Fall back! It isn't safe!
You found some stragglers, did you? A shame they aren't quite what we're looking for.
What?
Was this your handiwork?
Why, yes. What faster way to deal with vermin than smoking them out? And yet our target remains undiscovered. How terribly vexing.
The hell are you on about?
You there, redhead. Unlike the other inhabitants, you seem rather intriguing. Still, a miss is a miss. You'll simply have to serve me in other ways. Oh?
There's something off about you.
It healed! Doesn't that make her...
A Grieger? In human form?
So the town was raided by Grieger.
No way to know if they're behind it all, but they damn sure played a part.
Well, aren't we a vexatiously spirited bunch? Perhaps a little roughing up is in order, before I bring you to heel.
Here they come!
What say I teach you some discipline of my sight? Away with you! Out of my sight! Trouble! That's quite enough of that.
Switch!
Out of my
Skeeter! This witch.
You two sure you've got this? If only I hadn't run off all half-cocked.
What's this? My wounds aren't healing? Don't tell me you two are the ones he was talking about.
There. Another scar for the road.
This can't be. You lowly human filth.
Well, that's not nice.
I, you're the Dorson, am not your canvas. Never have I been so vexed! Wretched girl, don't think yourself more than a blustering mongrel! Come, my minions!
What the hell are these guys?
Grieger! All of them!
Shred her face into a miserable pile of flesh! That wench will know humiliation!
We're on our last legs. Adel!
There's no response. Gren's nowhere to be found either. In fact, no one seems to be round at all.
Here goes!
Ah, I messed it up.
How's that?
Let's catch our breath.
An old man is plowing a field. Do you know where my friends are?
Friends? You're the only person I've seen. It isn't oft I get visitors on this island as it is. Or perhaps I should say that those who come to visit are never quite aware of it. I see. A pleasure to make your acquaintance at all. Welcome to Viewpoint Isle. The site of my solitary existence for forever and a day now.
Viewpoint Isle?
Long have I been waiting upon this island. So long, in fact, that in time I have forgotten to what end I do so. Even my own name has escaped me. But be that as it may, all I can do now is remain patient. You, on the other hand, appear to have elsewhere to return. I wish you all the best.
Hey, Adol! This is no time to be spacing out!
You okay?
Adol senses that at some point his and Karja's mana had been infused with new strengths. Dual mode has been enhanced, unlocking Revenge Gauge. Guarding against enemy attacks while in that will fill the Revenge Gauge. Holding R2 and pressing to activate dual skill with the full wizard will enhance the skill's power and multiplier displayed bound the gauge.
Slay them at once.
What was that power just now?
Ando gets the feeling that he just had a new encounter in a mysterious place, but he fails to recall anything about it, as if his mind is clouded by fog.
Forget it! This is our chance to break through their ranks. Move out!
Right!
No pity, no mercy, no forgiveness! They think this is over. Evie, to me! I don't care how many limbs you have to tear off. Seize those gutter snipes and drag them back before my feet!
Let's hide out at the old shipyard for now. We can flee town from there.
Yeah, Rosa and them are waiting on us. What's with that walking mountain?
Another Greeker?
Adol, there's a shortcut to the shipyard over this way.
Adol! Gren, hurry!
The road's blocked!
Switch!
Let's break through!
The hell's that musclehead's problem?
Either keep running or die wondering!
Now it's barrels?
This way! The bridge!
Mana string across!
He caught up to us!
We'll have to fight our way past! Let's tackle it together!
How's this? Shatter!
The hideout's down this way!
Whoa.
We'll slide to the bottom!
A fallen tree?
Grapple over it!
Oops.
The hideout's down this way!
We'll slide to the bottom!
A fallen tree?
Grapple over it!
Stop!
They're already here? Then where did everyone else go?
Shh!
Hey, anything turn up?
Nah, not a soul left to be found.
Am I crazy, or are those things talking?
These humanoid Greeker might be a nastier threat than we realized.
Those brats from earlier must have been the only ones hiding out then.
Oh yeah? And where are they now?
I brought them along with. All humans are to be presented to Lady Yurth.
They were captured?
You're telling me to just leave our friends behind? Screw that! I'll save them alone if I have to!
What can you possibly do?
Son of fuck!
Adding fuel to the fire will just make everyone burn. We're out of escape routes.
What are you planning to do?
Don't have the strength left to trade blows with that lunk. So instead, I'll hack off my hand and act as a decoy. That way, only one of us has to go down.
Is that ship still seaworthy?
It's been left to rot for who knows how long. But we got nothing else to lose.
There's still the question of what happened to Doggy and Dr. Flare. Worrisome as it is, though, escape is the only option right now.
All right, we're shoving off. We made it to open waters. Let's try and meet up with the Balta Sea Force for now.
Didn't realize you knew how to steer.
How? The Normans are a seafaring people. You'd have a harder time finding a warrior who doesn't know his way around a helm. Would feel more at ease if the lighthouse beacon were on. But we should be able to make do by starlight. I'm still in rough shape.
You feeling okay?
Can't you tell? Come here. I'll teach you the basics of handling a ship. A short break will do me some good anyway. Mind taking...
Oops. Picked that up faster than I expected. Oh, and before I forget, take this. Map of the Obelia Gulf. Always know where you're headed, and don't go straying off course. Cool. Map. Oh wow, this is a big map.
They're not coming after us. We were right to escape by boat. Set our heading west-southwest. First step is to meet up with the Balta Sea Force. How about that? You're a regular coxswain already. Guess I can leave things be a while without you running us aground. I should have some of my strength back after resting up a bit. The helm's all yours in the meantime.
Hey, Johnny, Johnny.
I'd place us around halfway between Karnak and Balta Island right now. Seems you're starting to get a feel for steering.
I learned from the best.
About those humanoid Grieger, by the way. I'd never even known they existed.
I wonder who they are.
Your guess is as good as mine. The bestial kind's been showing up here and there in Obelia Gulf for a long time now. Me and Grimson, my old man, have been wiping him out with no one else the wiser.
So it's a secret even among the Sea Force.
Some are in on it, others aren't. And I think Grimson's been making some kind of investigation into the Grieger too. But he still won't tell me a damn thing, other than that I should look into him myself if I'm so curious. Or that carving one's path through the waters is the Norman way of life.
Did he keep quiet about mana too?
Haven't heard so much as a scrap about it. Apparently, I started being able to use mana at around 10 years old. Ever since, I've been tasked with culling the Grieger herd without ever knowing why. I always assumed an explanation would follow once I became a full-fledged warrior. So, with that as my guiding thought, I worked as hard as I could, and, well...
The haze clouding Carja's heart courses palpably through the handcuffs. Sounds a lot like me.
In what way are we anything alike?
I knew something of the sea in my mountain village.
What? And now you're just playing me for a sap. How could anybody be oblivious to the whole damn... Wait, is that what ends up happening when you're born and raised in the mountains? So, there's folks out there who know nothing about the ocean. And I knew nothing of them.
It's true, baffling as it sounds.
That why you set off on this adventure of yours? To learn more about what you didn't know? I wonder, is there more I'd like to find out too? About myself, maybe?
Hey, that hurts.
You really raise my hackles. These cuffs aren't an invitation to read my feelings. Got it? Why'd it take me this long to... Something the matter? Those ships. It's the Grieger. No two ways about it.
Those things have ships?
Not just one either. It's a whole miniature armada. They've got us in firing range. We're too short on manpower to fight our way out. One extra pair of hands on deck would at least give us a chance.
Look no further then.
Funny I woke up, huh?
Just now, yeah. I've got a few choice words for you both, but there's bigger fish to fry right now. And I don't want to make another bonehead mistake.
What can you do?
I took artillery training as part of my drills in the militia.
Cannon duty it is.
Sure thing. I'll give it my best shot.
All right, Adel. Prepare for naval combat.
While out at sea, you can use standard projectiles, you can power up with slow enemy ships, and X armaments, short-range but powerful attacks.
Reinforcements?
Shit! There's no end to them!
They're out to ram us!
Who the heck?
It's them!
Right then. Full speed ahead.
Send a message to all vessels. Maintain spindle formation and crowd sails. From there, proceed as planned.
Aye, sir. Balta Sea Force, close in and prepare to board. For har! For har!
Whoa. Talk about swashbuckling. There's not a trace of fear on any of them.
Aye. We wouldn't have the right to call ourselves Normans otherwise.
Still, they're against the undead. It's a losing battle.
Not for him.
Moment of truth. Let's get this over with.
Fight well, Jarl Grimson.
I won't be long. A pleasant evening to ya. Too bad. It's the last you'll ever get.
How did one guy do all that by himself? Wait, is he who I think he is?
Grimson Balta. My old man, and the Jarl of the Balta Sea Force.
He's doing all that with mana?
Not just mana. He also triggered what we call a berserker state.
Berserk... what now?
On top of wielding mana, he can go berserk whenever he pleases. It's a form of combat that only develops in a select few, turning their heightened emotions into raw power. The user gains monumental strength at the cost of their senses, causing them to fight till their stamina runs dry. But from what I'm told, Grimson's got the power to bend it to his will.
Excellently done, my Jarl. The enemy force is on a reciprocal course. In retreat, most likely. Shall we give chase?
Pass. Those whore sons are like a lizard's tail, the way they always come back. I ain't letting you put my nose to the grindstone all willy-nilly.
Be that as it may, do you suppose they were intending to turn Karnak into their stronghold?
Far from it. They were only there to mount a search. Still, to think those Grieger would cobble together a whole damn fleet of their own. Guess that means the time's finally arrived.
Hey! That ship's closing in on us!
The Norgist, flagship of the Balta Sea Force.
Princess, I am relieved to see you unharmed.
Same to you, Gunnar.
Not once did I expect such an ordeal to befall Karnak. You would have avoided it entirely had I not insisted you remain there. My deepest apologies.
It's fine.
We'll be sending a scouting party to the town at once. Though you must be exhausted, we would have you recount the events to us later.
Got it.
Hoy there, Karja. Really went through the grinder today, huh?
Grimson.
What's with the getup? You suddenly develop an eye for fashion?
Bite your tongue!
I suppose that's neither here nor there. Not with everything going to hell in a handbasket. That boy over there, the mana user?
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. I've heard bits and pieces about what you've been through. Probably has your mind swimming in questions. I've only got one thing to say, though. You, lad, are gonna be helping us out. Can't have enough mana wielders in these trying times.
Crimson.
Hey! Hold on a second! Those goons kidnapped the entire population of Karnak.
They what?
We didn't realize it had come to that point.
Protecting the town was part of the deal my pops made with you, wasn't it? So go save them! If you don't, who will?
Oh yeah, you're Clement's boy, ain't ya? Let me offer a little reminder. We Normans ain't defenders of justice. We're lawless brigands.
Hey, it's in sight. The headquarters of the Balta Sea Force. And our home, Balta Island.
Whoa.
It looks pretty well defended.
It needs to be. It's also the main port for our warships.
Man, what's gonna happen now?
I don't have a clue myself. But based on what Grimson said, you might be the one holding the key to all of this, Adel.
Let me offer a little reminder. We Normans ain't defenders of justice. We're lawless. We honor our contracts, but we do it our way. You there, Red. Where'd you say you came from?
A mountain village in the north.
Heard an interesting rumor the day before yesterday up in Promalock. Seems some kid who was working in the port was able to get rid of the storm wall.
Got rid of it? The whole thing? No way!
And they say not too long after, that very same kid just decided to stroll on down our way. Well, would you look at that bright red mane? Way I hear it, hair that color you only find in the northern European mountain. Gunnar, what do you make of this?
Surely it can't be. Then again, given what happened back in Karnak.
Things are starting to get real interesting. It's clear to me that you're a pluckier lad than you look, Red. For now, I don't care whether the rumors about you are true or not. You keep to our stern till we're back at the island. And you're staying here with him, Karja.
Shouldn't we take him into custody?
He ain't going anywhere, right?
Kept at arm's length, huh?
Can't blame them, all things considered.
Huh? I guess, yeah. Anyway, we're about to enter port.
Are those stakes coming out of the ocean?
They're barricades to keep attacking enemy ships away. There are a lot of watchfires burning tonight. We've got more lookouts stationed than usual.
The Sea Force doesn't take any chances.
More importantly, you two, get ready to dock.
Who are you? Identify yourselves!
And what's with the beat-up old boat? You prisoners of war or something?
It's me, Karja, Grimson's daughter.
Karja.
Princess? Why are you dressed like that? And why'd you sail in on this junk?
A lot happened in Karnak, and these two are with me. I need to report in about him ASAP.
One of them is Mayor Clement's son. I'll look after him from here.
War Chief Gunnar! Welcome back!
Are those Grimson's orders?
Yes. Our contract states that in the event of an emergency, we are to protect the mayor's family. Gren, was it? Would you come with me?
Like I've even got a choice.
This is for your own safety. Adel, please don't worry about him. As for where you'll stay, Adel...
Miss Karja!
Hey, Easer. Came to welcome me back?
It seems everyone's gotten word of our return.
Yes. I'm glad you're all safe. You must be Adol. Is that right?
I am, and you are?
My name is Isa. I am a servant to the Bolter family. You'll be staying at the Bolter family lodge this evening, Adol. Please allow me to escort you there.
It seems I can leave the rest to you. With that, Princess, I take my leave. The Jarl will explain what comes next in due time, I'm sure.
Got it.
Now then, follow me, Gran.
Well, Adel, be seeing you.
Shall we be on our way as well, Miss Karja?
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, well, I think I'm gonna take a break there. I only slept 2 hours, so I don't know if I'll be back tonight or not. I may be. Maybe around 1, maybe not. But if you like the stream and throw me a follow, it really helps out. I'm trying to get to 50 followers. Also, I got my socials, the Discord, and the Instagram if you want to check those out. Alright, well, you guys have a good night and day, and take care of yourselves. Bye.